Caregivers are the quiet backbone of our families and our healthcare system. But while so much attention is paid to the people receiving care, one critical question is often overlooked. Who cares for the caregiver? Joining us today is Jolisa Webb Dudley, caregiver, author, and advocate. She's here to share why caring for yourself isn't a luxury, it's a lifeline. Welcome back, Jolisa. Really great to see you.
Thank you so much for having me back, Elaine.
Of course, of course. Well, we all know that caregivers do give a lot. They do a lot during the day and then weekly, monthly, yearly. But can you just give us a little bit more of an idea of exactly what they do on a daily basis?
Oh, absolutely.
Brought a little something here.
Yeah. So medications. We're never fully off. Emotional support. Safety checks. Meals. Appointments.
Wow, I get this. Okay, I'm holding this and I know we're showing how it can really be heavy, and then you're carrying around all of these things all day long while you help them, and then who's helping the caregiver?
Exactly.
Right?
If you notice what's in the bowl, there's nothing about the caregiver in that bowl, you know, and so that is something that is usually the last thing we think about, honestly.
Yeah. What do you think people most misunderstand about caregivers?
Well, believe it or not, caregiving is like a $600 billion. We provide that much service annually. Family caregivers provide that much in care, unpaid, every year.
Wow.
So the cost of caregiving is just tremendous. And then you add onto that the fact that we're never really off. We have anxiety fatigue a lot of times. Even if you think we're not doing something, you know, we're thinking. So it's not just tasks, it's a lot of emotional labor.
Sure. I would think physically, mentally, emotionally, it's probably very taxing.
It's very taxing, extremely. And a lot of times caregivers don't even realize that until they're well into it, you know. And so the bowl represents our capacity, but when it starts to overflow, because we rarely take anything out, then you're looking at burnout.
Wow. Okay. And so you wrote something called the Caregiver's Reflection Journal. Who did you write this for?
Well, believe it or not, I think I wrote it as much for myself as I did for anyone else. My brother and I have been taking care of my mom. She's 85 now. She has onset dementia, and my brother's name is Randall. And you know, it was just a permission slip for me once, for one thing, to think about how I was showing up in the caregiving space and to learn how to advocate for myself. And also, I wanted to give a lifeline to other caregivers to help them start being really more thoughtful and intentional about how they were taking care of themselves.
Yeah, I noticed inside the journal there are spaces to write. So imagining you're asking questions, asking them to reflect so that they can write it down, slow down, and think about their needs.
Absolutely, absolutely, because so often it's so easy to focus on autopilot when you're in this space, so absolutely.
For any caregivers listening right now who probably feel that burnout, what is one tip you have for them?
Well, the one tip I have for them, Elaine, is, you know, even though the systems may not always give us the support and attention that we need, they matter. I see you, you matter, you're important, your needs are as important as the people you're caring for, and you deserve to take care of yourself. It's not a selfish thing, it's actually a sacred responsibility.
All right, wonderful, a great message. And for anyone listening, you're going to want to get a hold of this journal. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Jolisa's book is available on Amazon, and make sure to follow her on Instagram at sincerely_Jolisa.